Hey everyone, welcome to Thursday's edition of I Hate It Here. My name is Erika.
Hi, Marissa.
And thank you for hopping on the Hot Mess Express.
All aboard. Welcome to the Hot Mess Express. Choo choo.
Oh, that was so low.
It was. Okay, let's try again. Take two, guys. Ready?
All right.
All aboard. Welcome to the Hot Mess Express. Choo choo.
There we go.
A little better, but all right.
I have a fear though that if I go any higher, I'm gonna burn somebody's eardrum off or something.
All right, guys. So thank you for hopping on. It is Thursday. Thank God. I mean, it's not like my job has been hard, guys. Let's fucking be honest about that. My boss is on vacation, which means I'm on vacation. She will be gone for 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So the first week was done.
Mm-hmm.
We have another week of PTO left.
Oh.
So I'm really just maintaining stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot to do right now, and I am not complaining. But you and I did not have the opportunity to talk about what happened at your job yesterday.
Oh, I know.
So fill us in, Marissa.
So of course, I think I've said this before, but I now work in a full in-person role, right? Where I'm going to the office every day, which absolutely sucks, but here I am doing shit for money. And so part of the things that I totally had forgotten about, because it had been a hot minute since I was in office, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Even before COVID, we were already working remotely.
Oh yeah.
Even before COVID, we were already working remotely. So I forgot about the shenanigans that happen and being part of the office culture, right?
Mm-hmm.
The in-office culture that happens. And part of that is the stupid fucking events.
Oh my God. That I do not miss.
The stupid fucking in-person events. While I love that, it's an excuse to not do your job that day, right? And just dick around. But I hate that I have to now, because I'm part of leadership, I have to partake. I don't have it. I don't
you can't hide in the back.
I can't say, oh no, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna, just stick around in my desk or something, or in my own little area. I have to be part of the events to show my teams to join and be part of them, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
I have to do some work there. So yesterday, because of the whole Olympics, we had what they call in-office Olympics.
Oh my God.
Right? And I'm telling you, it's stupid shit like that I had forgotten about.
Oh, that
all the
already
stupid
sucks.
events. So of course I'm okay, well, I'm not gonna do anything, right? First of all, what are we doing?
Uh-huh.
So what they did is they got, because we have a very large office space,
Mm-hmm.
so they got a bunch of games to play and kind of, in lieu of office Olympics, and it was competition between all the employees and
did
so on and so forth.
Okay, so your boss is a little eccentric.
Yes.
You could tell him later what you wanted to install, but couldn't do it.
Yes.
So, but did she hire an outside company to come put it together for you guys, or was somebody in your office in charge of putting this together?
So it was people in the office in charge of putting it together.
Oh, okay.
But
okay.
she catered in food and a bar.
And a bar. Okay.
Yes. So it was half and half.
Okay.
So, yeah, it was very interesting. So, of course, they turned around and, I mean, guys, we were drinking fucking margaritas at 11 o'clock in the morning. That's how crazy this shit was. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, no, I wasn't, because then I would start telling people how I really feel, and nobody wants that. I want to keep my job.
You're fuck you.
Yeah, I'd be double fuck you. So yeah, no, but it was again, it was in spirit of, right? So there was a lot of coordination. I had nothing to do with it, but at the end they were hey, leaders, we need you guys to be facilitators of some of the games. So I was sure. So they had set up different stations. So part of it was lawn darts.
Okay.
They had indoor basketball, which was in trash, the giant trash bins, throwing the basketball in. Horseshoe, axe throwing.
Where the hell did they put axe throwing in the office?
Well, it's it's plastic. It's
oopsie.
Yeah, no, axes would have been flying, guys. No, it's one of those that you could buy at Walmart or something. That's game.
Okay.
So it was plastic axe throwing, like the ginormous, like Jenga, and like the ginormous, what's that? Toss a ball into the cups.
A ping, beer pong.
Beer pong, yes.
Okay. Oh fuck! They were doing beer, like actual.
No,
beer?
not actual beer pong, but just like the setup of it. I'm telling you, they were drinking margaritas though.
Well, that's why I wouldn't be surprised, because she had a unlimited full bar.
Yes, like a full open bar. Full open bar that came through. So so that's what we did. So of course you have to start setting up since before, and because they couldn't get their shit together, my team. They were like, "Hey, we need people. Can you help us out?" Mm-hmm. So I was like, "Sure." Like, of course, my teams are going to be like, "Yeah, fuck that. We want to do work or go out there and stick around and drink margaritas." Sure.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Yeah, go guys. Like, have fun, right?" But it becomes.
What do you mean? They didn't let some management didn't let their teams go participate?
No.
What the fuck?
No.
None of it? Like they didn't even rotate people in and out of being able to participate?
They let them go out there and participate for about 30 minutes and then they pulled them back in. I was like, free game, guys.
That is so fucked up.
It is fucked up, but what are you gonna do? Like that's not
your team. Yeah. Oh wow.
I have no say there,
okay.
Yeah. So so we had external partners that came in and participated.
Damn, I'm still like heartbroken for the people that didn't get to participate.
Oh no,
that wanted to.
Yeah, but they, the first thing that they did when they got to participate was hit the bar.
Yeah, well, that's what I would do. I have 30 minutes,
so
I'm not gonna go fucking.
There was fucking red Solo cups all over that bitch. Like, whether they were working or not, there was just red Solo cups all up in that bitch. So yeah, but it's part of those in office shenanigans and quote unquote events. Did
anybody get like super drunk and do something so stupid?
I don't know if somebody did something stupid because I left. Like it hit my time and I was like, bye.
It was an all day of like Olympic event.
Well, it was so remember the setup because they had to like set up and there was like furniture that needed to be moved around and there was things that had to be set up. So my team was assisting. So my team was out there since like 11.
Oh, okay.
But the official event didn't start until 2 p.m. So it was supposed to be like from 2 to 5.
Okay,
type of thing. And then they catered in food and drinks and whatever.
Nice.
But my team, since my team was helping set up for it, a couple of my teams, they were out there since like 11.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So of course they gave out a bunch of these. So of course it's and then we had the Olympics playing and the TVs around, and it was kind of like a full-on event, and it's supposed to be like an employee event engagement,
like appreciation type.
It's like an event engagement. You know the shit that you do at offices just to because people are there. I don't know. I really don't understand it, but yeah. So it's part of that. But I hadn't been a part of that in so long that I had forgotten about all of that extra shit that happens when you are fully in office. Because I haven't been in office for years. So it's very different, and it's an adjustment for sure.
So I mentioned it earlier. Your boss is fucking extravagant.
Yes, eccentric. Yeah,
she's pretty eccentric. And she was trying to have them install a pickleback court into your into the facility. In the facility?
No, in like outside.
Or like in the parking lot?
No, in the parking lot. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! But she's gonna have one actually.
Yeah, no, there's gonna be an actual pickleball court as part of the like facilities stuff that you could do. We're gonna have a pickleball court. We're gonna have a yoga room, and we're gonna have a golf simulator.
Oh my gosh!
In the office.
Wow. Well, look at you.
Ask me if I'm ever going to use any of that shit. Absolutely not.
I know. I mean, the only reason you want to go to pickleball is because there's hot guys playing pickleball. You don't want to play pickleball with people in your office.
Hell no. No, ma'am.
Hearing them do all sorts of like weird grunts.
No.
Oh no.
No.
Oh, you could never look at that fucking coworker the same way again. Imagine how.
No. Absolutely not. No.
Fuck no. I'm out. I don't want to hear anybody grunting. I don't want to see anybody profusely sweating like that.
It's gross. Absolutely gross.
Fluggy's asking in the chat, you have hot pickleball players.
No, they are.
Yes.
I had to go. So she's very eccentric. So this week, actually, on Tuesday, she was. So she sprung it on Monday afternoon after we had a call to say, "Hey guys, like as a team building event, we should all go. Like the leadership team, we should all go like pickleball play. Like go play pickleball." As like a team building event. I'm like, bitch, why can't we go to like lunch? Like what? why do we have to do the? But she is very. I will say they are very active. Like they're hiking continuously, and they're the people that are always like hiking, whitewater rafting, kayaking, all kinds of shit. Yeah, she's a very outdoorsy person. So she was like, yeah, it'll be fun. So I was like, I've never played before. That was my first time playing. So I was like, well, hold on. Is it going to be like, is it indoors or what's the deal here? No, this shit is outside.
Yeah.
It's hot as hell. And then this week in Houston, it's been so humid.
So hot and humid.
It's been so hot and humid because of all the rain that we had. The only thing that made it better is that we had alcohol. And there was some hot guys playing pickleball. That's how I found out. I was like, oh.
So you guys, Marissa and I are going to start playing pickleball.
So when you see me with my pickleball racket,
this might turn into a pickleball podcast.
It might. It just might.
So like we talked so much shit about pickleball in the past that's going to be our karma, hot guys, and now we talk about pickleball. All right, guys. Well, let's get into the crazy story of the day. So we're going to jump into a song that I see in the chat. Poppy put, a real estate Poppy put, look, or Erika saying, look, Collie's playing pickleball and he doesn't seem to be wearing underwear. The first thing that came into my mind when I saw that was that episode of Friends when she's dating that guy that doesn't wear underwear. Do you guys remember that? And he's like, he would put his feet up and like his junk would fall out.
Yeah.
So all the guys were like the ones who saw it and they had to let her know. So that's automatically what came to my mind. Anyhow, let's go into the song and we'll come back with the crazy story of the day. All right, guys, we are back. So let's get into the crazy story of the day.
Okay.
Which I thought I had pulled up, but I did not. So let's, oh my God, you know what? Let's do a funny one. It might be short and then I might do a couple of short ones.
All right.
This one's short, but funny as fuck. Okay. What to do with an embarrassed boss? I'm 40 years old. I'm 40 years old. My boss is like in his 50s.
Okay.
And he's male. I'm female. Okay.
Okay.
And a fellow coworker. Oh no, that's the wrong one. God damn it. That's not the one I wanted to talk about. Sorry, guys. I'm getting myself together. Wouldn't be the Hot Mess Express if it wasn't. That was Tuesday's story. There we go. Okay. Correct story. I'm a woman, and I recently accompanied a group of friends to a strip club. Not coworkers. The friends, okay?
Friends. Okay.
It isn't something I do normally and was just a whim sort of thing. I wasn't on company time and I wasn't wearing anything that would identify me as an employee. I am straight. This was a prominent gentleman's club in the area. As we were leaving, I ran into my boss. I wasn't too embarrassed about seeing him, like being seen there, but I really didn't make any attempt to acknowledge him so that he wouldn't feel it was an awkward situation. What he does in his own time is none of my business.
Mm-hmm.
I have avoided mentioning the situation to my boss at all, but he seems to be avoiding me. I'm his assistant, and we used to have morning meetings often to discuss things that needed to be done for the day, and those no longer happen. It's only been a week, and maybe I'm overthinking this, and he just needs some time to process seeing me there, but he has assigned me almost no tasks this week, and I know he has stuff that needs to be done, and I know he's just sitting on it now. Just like the girl was sitting on him when she saw him put on lunch. Do I just wait it out until it's forgotten? Do I mention something to him in a jokingly way to make it better? It's honestly is not a big of a deal. Like, it's not a big of a deal to me that I saw him there, and I won't tell any of the other employees. I know he could fire me over this, but it's likely that a person would. Why would she be fired? I don't understand. How do I make the situation less awkward for both of us?
Just fucking ignore it. Mind you, why do you care if you're not That's his problem.
That is his problem. That's exactly what I'm thinking. You don't want to give me work because I saw you Bambi on your lap? It's not my fault.
What do I care what cinnamon you were doing? That's none of my concern.
Saw you going to the fucking champagne room with Tiffany? I don't care.
That's on you, boo.
That's on you.
That's on you.
But, like, I wonder what he was doing that he's that embarrassed.
Well, I mean, I think about, again, part of me, because I do have direct reports.
Uh-huh.
And would I be embarrassed? Yes. That they see me in a place that's not, that's more taboo, non-traditional, especially when it's a professional setting.
Uh-huh.
Because sometimes people take that as a way of like, hey, we're crossing this professional line. Does that make sense? Especially, I feel like men have this issue. That me, not so much. Like, you see me out at HEB, I don't give a fuck.
Uh-huh.
Like, don't say hi to me. I'm not going to care. I'm not going to treat you different, though, on Monday morning. Like, but let's just both agree that you saw me looking like a homeless. And we both moved on.
But HEB is way fucking different.
No, but I mean, I'm putting that in that perspective of, hey, I'm human too. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But a lot of people have that power play dynamic in their head that if they see me being human and not being at this, like, behaving in a certain manner, that's going to make a difference on how the opinion of people, they, like, I guess the subjects or the employees' opinion of them and the authority. I feel like a lot of people, especially like older mentality, is like they're gonna feel challenged. They're gonna feel like, well, I saw you there, and so you don't get to tell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't know if that's. I feel like that's more of the boss, like, inner mental thing than anything else. Personally, I wouldn't care. Like, I was there, you were there. It is what it is.
I mean, working in the service industry in Vegas, all fucking lines get blurred, right?
Yeah.
All, like, you're taking drugs with your boss. Like, I did drugs with my boss is plenty of times. We ended up at strip clubs plenty of times. We were shit-faced together plenty of times.
Yeah.
In corporate world, when I moved back to Texas, I was working for a liquor distributor in town, and again, but it's like kind of in that realm, but not really. Does that make sense?
It's a little bit more separated.
But you're still a ton of drinking, lines get blurred. Well, yeah, you're still partying with your bosses. You're still getting shit-faced with your bosses. I did have to go to a strip club, but that was like work-related.
Okay.
Because we had to like
some
event there or whatever. But in corporate America, I don't know if I would have been comfortable. I mean, if I saw a boss, I'd be like, I just would ignore it as well.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go say hi to them. I wouldn't go with them.
Yeah.
Not like I did when I was in the service industry whatsoever. Right. Like, that line's not going to be crossed.
Right.
But you don't want to give me work? Then...
Hello, Verga.
I don't fucking care. I don't care. Then
that's a you problem. Yeah.
That is a you problem.
This is where I feel like she feels like, oh, he might, because again, when you're in the receiving end of that, I could see her point of, hey, I feel like that he's gonna not want to have me because he can't like he doesn't want to work with me anymore, so he's gonna want to replace me, right, with someone that he can work with.
Okay.
But if that's the case, then that's on him. All he has to do, all this person has to do, all she has to do is just cover her ass, send an email. Hey, checking in. Do you need anything from me?
Yeah.
What do you want me to work on? Nothing? Okay, good.
Hey,
you want to ignore me?
Hey, we didn't have our traditional morning meeting.
Following up?
Just want to
follow up. Anything you need me to do?
Yep.
Cover your ass and that's it. That's all you can do. The boss needs to just, it is what it is. I mean, you're human, and whatever you were doing with fucking cinnamon, that's on you.
I mean, imagine the boss is fucking catching ping pongs that she's squirting out of her vagina. It's one of those type of strip clubs.
I mean,
I'd be like, dang, you've got skills there, boss. Like, how bad could it have been? Is what I'm wondering.
But it's a strip club. Like, what? I mean, everybody's seeing titties and ass. It is what it is. Like, everybody's seeing titties and ass. Everybody.
All right, guys.
You saw titties. I saw titties. It is what it is, boss. Let's just move on.
I know. Let's move on. Oh, wait, manage again.
Roland.
Look at us. We don't ever pay attention to that, Roland. We're the worst. Okay. We sent you the invite.
Look, and I'm right here. Hey, I'm so glad to hear from y'all.
We love when you call.
Yes.
We love when you're listening, but we love when you call in as well.
Look,
so what do you
my only
think,
thing
Roland?
is this, if it's about okay, I've gotten shit faced with my bosses too many times to count, and in corporate America, in private businesses, whatever, it's fine, cool, and dandy. But when it's time for business, it's time for business.
Right.
But when it comes down to it, if it's bothering her that much, she needs to go in the office when they're supposed to have their morning meeting, close the door, and ask him, hey, yo, Ted or Bob or whatever, what the fuck? I know, look, we bumped into each other. You were on your time. I was on mine. I don't think of you any other kind of way. And don't worry, I'm not going to tell your wife or your husband or whoever. Don't worry. This stays between us. But is that why you're not giving me work? No? Oh, there's just no work to be had? All right, cool. If it's bothering her that much, address the situation. If not, I'd say leave it the fuck alone.
You see, so I was with you in that scenario with Tuesday's story. So those who didn't tune in on Tuesday, the story was at another blurred line with the boss. They went on off.
It was not on company time. It was they had a hobby that they shared with other people, and they took a trip.
Yep, and they were sharing a condo with lofts facing each other. They went out. Boss got drunk, and at the end of the night when they're going to bed, he was really drunk, and he asked her to sing. Well, do you want to sing while I striptease? So that time I would have totally gone with you, Roland. I'm on that, because lines were already blurred between them, right? Like they were already out drinking and they were out vacationing off company time. Mm-hmm. But in this situation, I'm gonna have to say that I would do what Marissa suggested. I would do it on email, because it seems like she doesn't for him to be that embarrassed to see her.
Yeah.
In a place like that,
mm-hmm.
Like they don't have that type of friendship relationship.
It honestly might not be that he's embarrassed. He might not remember even seeing her. It depends on how shit-faced he really
Very
is.
true.
He might be, for real. She might just be a face in the crowd. He might not even really remember seeing her.
Oh, okay.
That is a very good point.
He honestly does not. He might not remember.
He might have been mesmerized by those
be
ping
doing
pong
some
balls.
other shit.
He had titties in his face.
She's thinking it's all about her. Everybody thinks the world revolves around them. She's thinking it revolves around her. It may not have shit to do with her.
You know what? I 100% would agree with you on that one, because he just had titties in his face. I don't think he was seeing her. I don't think he was looking at anybody.
Yeah, slap some triple D's in my face. I don't really give a damn who.
I don't think after titties in your face, you see anybody that's around you, to be quite frank.
Yeah. And as I say that, my mom comes in the room. Hi, Mom.
Sorry, Mom.
I know, Beck. I'm so sorry. I just realized I gave you the middle finger. I don't like giving her the middle finger. I was just going to give her the heart, but I just copy and pasted, and I'm so sorry. Didn't mean that. No disrespect. I love you so much, and I feel horrible for doing that.
Oh.
Welcome to the Degenerate Show.
Well, she's the...
She'll give it back. She will give it back.
Do it.
Well, she's seen the chat in Kendall's room.
Okay.
Go nuts. So this is, but we're a little more foul. The comments are foul in Kendall's room. You and I are
more foul. That tracks.
But yeah, Roland, I'm gonna say that I would take Marissa's. I know what you're saying about her going in there, because it depends on the situation.
I do agree though that it depends on how close they are,
mm-hmm.
and how the working relationship was before. If it was strictly professional, then I would keep it 100% professional. But if we've had these moments of hey, we're it's a little bit more relaxed,
mm-hmm.
then I don't think that what Roland mentioned is wrong. I just, again, because I've been there before, the best thing to do is cover your ass in a way that you can prove it.
Okay. Send that email.
Keep it, just
like,
cover
hey,
your ass.
What do you need me to do today?
Yeah, just be like, hey, it looks like our meeting got canceled. Let me know. Just following up. I know we typically go about, we typically review the things that you want me to do today. Is there's anything you need me to do? Just let me know. And if not, I'm going to work on XYZ, right? And you put it out there, you let him know, and he'll let you know. Because that's also extending an olive branch to say, hey, I'm here to talk about work. Mm-hmm. Without saying, hey, I saw you getting titties in your face.
How do you like Bambi's double D slapping you around on Saturday night?
You're not holding that situation that the boss is trying so hard to avoid, but you're just kind of saying, hey, what do you need me to do? I'm still here. And if he decides, hey, nope, I can't move past it, then you've covered your ass. It's not going to be as easy for him. Because then he's going to have to explain to HR why he wants to get rid of you.
True.
So what you're saying is that she should not start the email with, hey, you have glitter on your face?
No. Maybe just drop a glitter emoji on the signature. It's the subtleties, Roland. It's the subtleties.
Okay.
Well, Roland, as always, pulling in and spiraling.
Yes.
That's our favorite part.
Thank you.
I love y'all. Keep doing what you do.
Love it too. Thank you.
Bye, y'all.
All right, guys, we're going to jump into a song, and we will be right back.
Oh, my God. That is so funny. Sorry. I just saw the chat. It's so funny, Fleck. Can we circle back on the titties? I would like to discuss this year's budget.
All right, guys, we'll come back with the song after the song and talk about the chat.
All
right, guys, we are back, and what a jam that is!
I know, we were jamming out.
It ended too soon.
It did.
All right, Marissa. So let us know what's going on in the chat.
Yes. So in the chat, y'all are the real MVPs. I swear. It looks like we have real estate saying this isn't a bad thing because those were community titties.
They were, Reb.
They were. Flaggy saying we can circle back on the titties. I would like to discuss this year's budget. I was like, not the budget and expenses. No. And he said, I'm sorry, what's the $600 charge in clam huts on the company card? My goodness. Y'all are the real MVPs. I'm trying to go up the chat here. Let's see.
James is saying.
I'm sorry?
What did James say? It's not like
seeing your teachers outside of school.
True, but we're adults, right?
I mean, I don't know. Depends where you see them, right?
I mean, it's different if you see them at like a swingers club, like Reb and Collie and like the Denver people are going to go on an outing to a local swingers club there. Mm-hmm. That would be embarrassing to see your boss in. The Mon Chalet, I think it's called. But that is one place I would quit.
You would?
If you saw your boss at a swingers club, oh fuck no, I'm out. Seeing him, like, you walk into a room and he's like getting pissed on or something.
Well, again, it depends. If he's getting pissed on, then yeah, we have, like, I'm totally gonna look at you different. But I don't know, like, because again, then the question is, why the fuck am I there? Like, it goes both ways.
Okay, what I do is nobody's business.
But then he's like, bitch, what I do is nobody's business. So I feel like it's about, like, I feel like, again, and I 100% agree, because when I'm out and about, again, I work with people in office now, so for me, before, when I was working remote, I didn't care about running into people. I didn't have that worry or that thought because people were not even in the same city. You know what I mean? So it's not like I was bumping into people. But now that I work with, in office, that's a really big possibility, is that I'm going to run into people outside of work. Mm-hmm. And so, but honestly, I've never been a person that, like, if you're outside of work, if you say hi to me, I'm never going to initiate the hi. And it's not because I'm an asshole, although I am, but it's just, I respect your time. You're on your own time. You don't owe me the formalities. You don't owe me a hello. Like, we could just cross each other's path, and I'm not going to treat you any different. Mm-hmm. I don't care where I'm at. I don't care what I'm doing, because honestly, outside of work, I mean, I live in, like, just, I have no makeup on, like, I have a ponytail on, like, I look very different when I go to work than when I'm home, so.
Bobby puts in the chat, Marissa was in Taco Bell doing smack until she had to go back to the office.
Why are you telling my secrets, Poppy? Why are you telling my secrets?
All right, guys. Well, let's move on to the life horror story of the day.
All right, let's do it.
My sister's wife, my wife's sister, I'm sorry.
Oh.
My wife's sister, Jen, and her husband, Matt, welcomed their first child about 4 months ago. Jen didn't want a baby shower, but decided on doing a sip and see for close relatives to meet the baby. This happened last Saturday. My wife has met the baby before this, but it was my first time seeing them since the birth. About 2 months ago, my dad passed away unexpectedly in his sleep. It's been a really difficult time for me, but I'm in therapy and on antidepressants, both of which are helping. I wasn't really looking forward to attending the sip and see, but it meant a lot to my wife that I come with her, and she kind of pressured me to come since I hadn't seen or met the baby yet. Okay. The event was just close family, about 15 of us total, and very informal. About an hour into the event, Jen asked if I wanted to hold the baby. I told her I didn't really want to, but she pretty much shoved the baby into my arms. She then sat next to me and told me that she was sorry about my dad and they regretted not being able to attend the funeral because of the baby. I thanked her and told her not to worry about the funeral. I understand. Mm-hmm. She then went on this weird tangent about a new life springing from death and renewal of energy. I had no idea what she was talking about and just kind of nodded along. Then she said she hopes seeing and holding a beautiful baby will help me get over my loss.
Bitch, you don't have a magical baby? What the fuck?
It was a weird comment, and I looked at her and told her, no, this is not helping me get over the death of my dad. She got defensive and told me that it was supposed to be a joyous day to celebrate a new life and that I should be happy and not dwell on my dad's death. I didn't want to cause a scene in front of everyone, but I was pissed. I handed Jen her baby back and leaned in close to her and whispered, go fuck yourself, Jen.
No! I love this person.
He is a hero to all.
Listen.
I then got up and walked over to my wife and told her that I needed to leave. I told her she can stay if she wants, but I needed to get out of there ASAP. She asked me why, and I told her I would talk to her about it on our drive home, or later she wants to stick around. By the time Jen had gotten up and was on a warpath, she came up to me and was still holding the baby and poked her finger at me, telling me that I have no right to talk to her like that. That got everyone's attention, and now everyone was looking at us. Matt came over to ask what was going on. My wife was confused. Jen was basically yelling. The baby was starting to cry. It was a mess. I told my wife I needed to leave and she needs to make a decision right there and then. She ended up coming home with me. I explained what happened on the drive home, and she said she understood why I was upset by Jen's comment and agreed that she was out of line, but I shouldn't have said that to her.
Nah, fuck it. He did nothing wrong.
Fuck that bitch. My wife has been getting a lot of grief from Jen and her parents, basically calling me the biggest asshole they've ever met. I don't know if an apology will help.
You owe them nothing. Fuck her. And her mediocre baby. Fuck, you didn't give birth to Jesus Christ? What's wrong with you?
That is fucking funny.
And good for him for telling her, fuck you.
That's fucking so inconsiderate to say to somebody who
just
had a loss that huge of a loss in their life,
absolutely.
Right? That's fucking insane. You can't say that to somebody and then expect them to be like, oh my God, you're so right. This baby is a fucking miracle and I now have a purpose to
live again. I no longer feel grief or sadness or anything because of you and your fucking baby.
But him leaning over and saying, Jen, go fuck yourself is a little wild. It's a little wild.
Nah, fuck it. I agree with them. Fuck them people. Fuck her and fuck her baby. Because I would have been like, Jen, fuck you and your common ass fucking big headed baby. That you shoved in my face. Get the fuck out of here. This is not a magical fucking baby. This is not like a spell that just because I held the baby, like, that's it, I'm happy. Like, that's not how it works. What's wrong with you?
I'm telling you, we were talking about it on Tuesday. The audacity that people have to say some of the things that they do is just absolutely wild.
Ridiculous.
I don't understand how they're comfortable saying these kind of things to people. Like,
but it's
zero
also
self-awareness.
But it's also the fact that everyone's turning around and blaming it on him. No, she was an asshole too, and why is everybody going at her saying, bring it down a couple of notches? Like, just because you fucking gave birth doesn't mean that you have... Nobody should be sad around you and your fucking baby anymore. Like, severe depression, imagine? What's wrong with that?
That was a short story.
That's insane.
But we've got another short one. I picked short stories today and I'm going to call her out on air.
Yeah.
Because I rearranged the show because Helen was supposed to call in.
And she was supposed to share a story.
It wasn't like a dating story or anything. It was like something crazy that happened to her and she was going to call in. So I pulled shorter stories but you know what? Since she's not here, we will jump into a song.
Before we jump into a song, let's go into the chat.
Oh, okay.
Then we'll jump into the song and then into
a new story.
Okay. So Tia says, I've heard churchy people say stuff like that, but it doesn't help. Yeah, like what kind of fucking metaphors? What's wrong with them? Fluggy's saying, holding a baby would make me feel worse. I would throw it. Just fucking yeet it out that bitch. Look at us now. Now we're both sad. Tia says the saying kind of means like when the person has a child, not some random ass baby. No, absolutely. I see what you're saying, Tia. So the actual saying is when that person has a child, not some random ass baby that somebody in the family fucking had. It's supposed to be like when you have that child.
Yeah.
Like he says, I'm quote unquote, I'm glad my dad died because your baby is sick as fuck.
My dad came back as a sick ass fucking baby.
Baby, look at this shit curing everything. Katie says that's the kind of shit someone who's never lost someone really close to them would say. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. It's the entitlement. Absolutely. But let's go jump into a song and then we'll be right back with another story. All right.
Okay, guys, we are back.
Yes.
So let's get into another life story because these are messy and I like them.
All right.
My wife and I have always been open about our finances to her family. So for Christmas, her stepdad bought her a Porsche to bring in more money. He is well off, and we believed that this was his way to help. My wife didn't ask for this. We decided to start our journey to have a baby, and we had open discussions with them about the financial implications for this procedure, us being lesbian.
Okay. A few months later, we have saved up enough money for our donor and looked at profiles. Around the same time, they had a big fight and mother-in-law moved in with us. After a few days, she realized that she had to go back to him because, in her words, cannot have the lifestyle she wants without him. Okay.
We supported her decision as it was her decision. A week later, they decided to move house. Just before they found another house, she called me. She asked if the two of them and their 4 dogs could move in with us for a month. They won't be able to really contribute. They would be using this period to save up for moving expenses. I told her I would chat with her daughter first. Her mom was aggressive with me over the phone and implied that we had no choice as they have done so much for us in the past.
Oh, okay.
When my wife heard what her mother asked, she was upset and called her. The conversation went bad and it came out that they've been keeping record of everything they've done for us and given us. He was expecting us to pay that course back. Sir, I think you need to be taking that course if you need to be living with somebody.
Moving in with your child.
I mean, I understand, like, moving in because you're in the process of moving, but not being able to contribute because you have to save up for moving expenses, that means that you're not financially well.
That's what I was going to say. She went back with him because she can't have her, quote-unquote, lifestyle without it, but then they can't afford to contribute or make other arrangements,
right?
While they're in between houses? That makes no sense.
So the story continues. We had half the money saved up for the
procedure, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So because we do not want to ever owe anyone, we paid that money over to them. This broke our hearts because it meant we're back at square one with saving for a baby. What happened after this was almost worse. Her mom would come over and speak about how she was going to be the one decorating the nursery, etc. We haven't seen them since they moved. We used to spend every weekend doing something together, and we would be chatting over the phone. When we do call, she walks out of the room and he comes in. She leaves the room when he comes in. The wife.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm. And we heard from my wife's sister that her mom told her that we manipulated them by saying this money was for our donor, whilst we were just being honest. I don't want to contact with them anymore. Am I the asshole?
No.
No, fuck no. They are assholes.
Well, they're assholes who give something and then be like, I expected you. No, you say that up front. And before you purchase it, you say, hey, is this even something that's going to help you? Is this something that you're looking for? Because just to be like, oh, I'm going to buy you this course so you can be more...
And what fucking kind of course is it? Is it like those fucking TikTok courses that people are...
I know!
Right? Now get the fuck out of here. I don't need a digital marketing scheme.
That's what I was going to say. It sounds like very pyramid scheme-ish. Digital digital marketing companies, all of these fucking...
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, you're so fucking well off.
Then why don't you
just help me out financially versus giving me a course on how to make money? And now you need to stay in my house fucking rent-free, mooch off of us.
You and your fucking dogs.
And 4 dogs, and expect us to pay you, like...
And then still expect us to pay you back for something that you gave me.
And not necessarily the course. In the story, she said that they are keeping track of everything that they've ever given them.
That's insane.
That's a bullshit. I'm not okay with that.
Yeah, no,
They're definitely not the assholes.
No.
And how dare the mom go around and start telling people like, oh, now they're making us feel bad because they gave us this money and now they can't have a baby. Well, that's the exact fucking truth.
They told you. Yeah, they told you about that.
That's exactly what happened. They were saying
and why are you going around telling people?
She should be embarrassed.
Why aren't you embarrassed the fact that you had to go back to your husband because you couldn't fucking afford to live on your own, lady? Be embarrassed about that.
Absolutely.
Be like, fuck you and your 4 dogs.
I know.
And your husband. Fuck out of here.
I'm not okay with that.
No, that's just horrible trash behavior. And from a parent perspective, I have never and will never do something for my children expecting them to pay me back.
No, I would never.
It's like me keeping track of like, oh, you ate 3 Hot Pockets this fucking day. Like, I'm expecting you to fucking do something about this.
Yeah, that's wild.
Like, that's crazy.
And especially, like, that's your child. How dare you let your like,
significant other, your significant other come in and fucking keep count of whatever it is that...
They could go fuck themselves, these people.
Both of them.
But, I think people agreed in the chat, and...
Yes.
Flaggy writes, parents are whole ass villains. Yeah, those parents are whole ass villains. Fuck them. I hope that their new house is like the money pit. That's the curse I'm giving these people. I hope it's like the fucking money pit, and every time they turn around, they have to fix something. So they just keep digging themselves into a bigger hole over this house. That's going to be their karma. But that being said, we're winding down. We're done.
We are done.
Our hour is up. We're going to turn into pumpkins if we stay longer. So, some housekeeping.
Yes. If you want to participate with us on Songs We Hate or The Morning After or anything, or you just want to come on board with us on one of these days and share a crazy story or narrate a crazy story that you might have found, please feel free to DM us. Or if you want to do it while we're on our shows, feel free to just request a call in and share that with you with us.
Or even if you just want to call in and spiral with us, like Roland did.
Yes.
I love that shit.
We love that.
Jump in the train, guys. Spiral with us. Give us your 2 cents on air.
Take the wheel. Take the wheel and make this bitch go. Yes, no, definitely. If you want to just spiral with us on life, whatever might have happened to you today, whatever you want to discuss. Or again, you might have found, because sometimes it does happen where you're just sitting down scrolling through social media and then something wild hits your feed page and you're like, I need to share this with someone. Share it with us. We love that shit.
We're nosy as fuck.
We are nosy as fuck. So by all means, share it with us. We love it. But if you have any stories that you would like to share, but you're too shy to call in, or you want to share it with us, you can always send it to us via DM here on Station Herod, or you can always DM us on Instagram, and our handle is
at IHIHWHS.
And you can always use us to narrate it for you.
Mm-hmm. We've gotten plenty of stories that way where people don't want to come on air and talk about it, so they'll
send it us.
Last but not least, Tia is joining us on Songs We Hate.
Yes,
August 8th. I am so ready for it.
So excited.
I don't know, like I think something like it's a triangle. It's gonna be like a triangle of hate.
I'm here for that force field.
Yeah, like something like in the universe is gonna happen that day. Like I feel some like meteor showers happening. I don't know. A portal to hell. It's gonna open up.
Who knows?
Crazy shit is gonna happen on August 8th.
Crazy shit will fly, and we're here for it.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We totally appreciate you. We appreciate your time. And we will see you at your shows.
All right. We'll leave you all with this last tune.
You know what? Let's go out with the best ambassador of the fucking Olympics.
Oh my God. When I grow up, I want to be just like him.
Right?
He's just living his best life. And I love this. All right. We'll catch y'all on your shows. If not, we'll see you here next week.
Thank you.